Attorney Baez, do you have a moment to give us an idea of what you were hoping to learn in today's deposition?
Today's deposition was conducted by the State Attorney's Office. I was just here as Casey Anthony's representative, so it wasn't our deposition.
Can you give us an idea of kind of what ground was covered?
I don't comment on the depositions there. Unless the state files them and makes them public, we don't make any comments on them whatsoever.
All done.
Hey, how are you?
How you doing? Good to see you.
Good to see you. No, you crazy? Done
I know
for
the
me?
answer is no, but can you comment at all about the chloroform and the syringe that was found? Is that a kind of a shock for you guys, a hit that you think that you may take in this?
No, I don't think. I think if you look at the levels of chloroform that were found in there, it's very consistent to what Mr. Pipitone came out in his report. It's insignificant. You can find that amount, those chemicals and the byproducts in tap water. So I think, as everything else in this case, it was blown way out of proportion. And, I'm sure it made a great headline and got everybody excited, but I don't think it did any more than that.
Anything big on the horizon for you?
Oh, we got a trial coming up, but that's about it. We're every day working and every day moving forward and trying to get through the discovery and investigate the case the way it needs to be done.
Any other depositions ahead? Obviously, I thought there would be another this morning. It appears that one's been pushed back. Was that being held by the state attorney as well?
I believe that was, but today's depo was clearly from the state's. It was the state's depo, and I was just attending it. I know Mr. Cronk's depo is next week, but that's about it. That's all that's scheduled now.
I've got to ask you, though,
You've got to, huh?
Yeah, I do. In the past couple of weeks, thousands of pages of documents, discovery we've seen. These depositions continue. It sounds like it's a mountain of evidence here. I mean, how difficult a task is this defense for you, given all the attention and obviously all the information that's come out?
Well, it's extremely difficult, but at the same token, the state's got to do it too. So, this case was investigated, and the resources that were put into this case are astronomical. Unlike, I would dare say, any case this county has ever seen. So, because of the resources put forth by the Orange County Sheriff's Department, by the FBI, by the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, and all of the other agencies that they utilize, I think they even got the Secret Service involved and Fish and Wildlife Department. The list just goes on and on. So because of the resources that were applied to this case, obviously they're going to burn some trees in the process.
You ready for trial?
No, absolutely not. We're still moving forward every day, and when we're ready, we'll announce ready, and we'll move forward with our defense.
And to put this chloroform syringe into perspective, my interpretation, and correct me if I'm wrong, that discovery, is that part of what you were requesting as bench notes, i.e., that document wasn't in the foremost of what the prosecutors were obliged to give you that they potentially could use at trial? Instead, this is something you asked for, what was going on behind the scenes, and that's when they had to say, well, we found this, but take of it what you want, it's not on our priority. Is that kind of the interpretation of how that particular document was made public, or am I wrong?
Well, I think we were criticized heavily for asking for the bench notes. And because we want to know the background and not just the summations of the reports and the actual science that's being applied in this case, we were criticized for it. But as you can see, you find out important, valuable things by asking for the bench notes and for the work that's behind the conclusions. You can easily tell when you do that whether the work is justified, whether it was done properly, and whether the results are what they say they are.
Probably a long stretch to ask you this question, but watching what happened this week with the Lisa Nowak case, and a case where prosecutors and police were gung-ho charging her with attempted murder right off the bat, to now getting a slap on the wrist with burglary. Any similarities that you see, or you're worried about your own case?
Well, yeah, we are worried about our own case, but it's obvious to see that Mr. Lickerback did a phenomenal job in that case, and so did Mr. Mason, and two different cases, two different situations altogether. I don't think you can really compare the two, other than you guys being around.
That's what makes it
making a mess of it all.
Mallory's done.
Could you even tell us if she had any? Oh, I'm sorry.
If you want, I'll catch you, but I'd like to walk along with my car. If that's all right.
That's fine. Did she have anything of? Obviously, you're there as an observer, but did she have anything of value? Do you think anything significant to say to the case?
I can't comment on the state's Depo. I don't think it'd be proper. I haven't been doing that up until now, and if I start now, oh boy.
Thank you. Thanks,